Hello everyone. In our last episode, we explored the Wusun ancient trail and how the Han dynasty forged alliances through marriage to resist the Xiongnu. Today, let's meet the first princess in Chinese history to be sent on a diplomatic marriage. Princess Xijun. Princess Xijun was the daughter of Lu Jian, the king of Jiangdu. Though born into royalty, her father committed suicide after being accused of treason. She survived the purge as a child, and in 105 BCE, at just 16 years old, she was chosen by Emperor Wu of Han to marry into the distant kingdom of Wusun. This union was meant to secure the frontier and counter the threat of the Xiongnu. From Chang'an, Princess Xijun embarked on a long and grueling journey. Day after day, she sat in a jolting carriage, watching the scenery change. From bustling cities to desolate deserts, from lush forests to endless yellow sands. Fierce winds whipped sand against the curtains with a piercing howl. Water and food ran short. Some of her attendants fell ill. Others never made it to the end. Many times, she lifted the curtain to gaze toward her homeland, tears drying on her cheeks, leaving only burning traces. By the time she arrived in Wusun, she was utterly exhausted. What awaited her shattered her last hopes. The Wusun king she was to marry was a white-haired old man. The language barrier was like an invisible wall. She couldn't understand the Wusun people, nor could she express her sorrow. The unfamiliar food, strong-smelling mutton and coarse flatbread, reminded her with every bite that this was not home. Just as she began to adapt to her lonely new life, a harsher reality struck. 2 years later, the old king died. According to Wusun custom, she was to marry his grandson. In the Han heartland, this was a breach of ethics. She wrote a desperate letter to Emperor Wu, begging to return home. But the reply was cold and resolute. Follow their customs. We must unite with Wusun to defeat the Xiongnu. With tears in her eyes, she obeyed, donning the bridal robe once again. Princess Xijun bore a daughter, but even this bond of blood could not dispel her loneliness. In 101 BCE, at just 21 years old, she died in a foreign land. Her brief life became a sacrifice to the politics of two nations. Today, her tomb stands quietly in Jiangsu County, Xinjiang. A stone stele and her portrait mark the site. In the painting, her eyes hold a faint sorrow, gazing toward the distant east, as if still waiting for a journey home. Her story whispers through the winds of Jiangsu, rippling through the river of history.